Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. It's a collective message, okay, general. It could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best how this resonates, all right, and where it fits on the timeline. So let's see. What's the message today from Spirit, from your guides? What do you need to know? Let's see. Okay, at the bottom we have the Six of Swords. So we're starting off with justice. I like that. Okay, things are being made fair. They're being balanced out. Justice will prevail here. When it comes to the Ten of Pentacles, there's a large amount of money. Okay, some sort of generational wealth. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This speaks of someone losing an investment, losing a blessing, not getting a blessing, not getting some sort of tangible item maybe, okay? And the Four of Wands reverse, losing a home, moving out of a home, losing some sort of stability. All right, let's see what this is. What is going on here? Why is justice here? The Page of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Pentacles. So this has to do with something that was communicated to someone with a title, or this could have to do with someone's job, their career, a title that someone has. This could be an institution, an organization, or just someone with some sort of authority, all right? Something that was communicated about a job, a plan. Okay, what's the Ten of Pentacles? The Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Someone here, or a group of people, including a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, created some sort of confusion or an illusion around a lot of money, around some sort of generational wealth or a lot of abundance. Okay, what's the Ace of Pentacles reverse? The Lovers in the reverse. The Seven of Swords in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. So there's a breakup here, or there's not a good match, all right? There's no relationship. Something here is being exposed about a group of people working together. So wherever these people are, they knew that they were going to get exposed. So they came in with some sort of an illusion. Okay, what's the Four of Wands reverse? The Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, this was a plan. They planned this, okay? A plan to have someone imprisoned or someone to be trapped, to cause confusion, to stop people from finding out the truth, or so that nobody knows what's going on here in the future. So it's almost like they planned this thinking that they had an advantage because nobody could see the truth and nobody knew what was going on, okay? All right, the King of Wands at the bottom. Why is justice here? Why is justice here? Because we have someone that's under judgment, all right? Oh, never mind, you know. Courthouse and just adjudication reverse. So I feel like we're just carrying on here with this corrupt prosecutor, all right? Or something corrupt going on with the court system. Because justice is supposed to be in the upright. So tell me why courthouse and adjudication are both in the reverse. Okay, so there was something that was communicated here to this Hierophant who could be working for the judicial branch, okay? Yes, it was a message. All right, a message hit this person's desk. Oh, it was a message from a main male, or it was a message to a main male. All right. So a main male who's a corrupt prosecutor communicates something, right? The Queen of Swords, about a Queen of Swords, and there's no fights, okay? Or somebody got a message here about someone's job, about someone's career, about a Queen of Swords. There was no fight, there was no argument, there's no competition, there's no problem. Or they can't cause a fight for you. They can't create a problem for you with this, all right? No, because the truth came out, yeah. The Sun and the Wheel of Fortune, look at that. So the truth came out and this changed everything, all right? This was a fated event. This was destiny. This was good karma, okay? That these people couldn't create a problem for you, or justice was going to be upheld in this situation. Yeah, this is good karma. This is the truth. But we have courthouse adjudication in reverse. All right. Because of a King of Swords Emperor. This has to do with a King of Swords who's an emperor, all right? Or someone who's, or maybe this is a judge. You know what else this could be? This could be somebody that tried to get a warrant out. I don't know, maybe this King of Swords Emperor could be a judge. Maybe this corrupt person-in-law tried to get a warrant out for your arrest and someone denied it, or what's that about? Who is this King of Swords Emperor? They weren't expecting this. Oh, it has to do with a married couple. A married couple wasn't expecting something here with a death, with a coffin. A married couple and a death. A married couple and a coffin. They weren't expecting something here. A wealthy man wasn't expecting something. Or something, they couldn't expect something to go through, okay? Or they couldn't prosecute you based on this, all right? Courthouse in reverse. This was never going to fly. It was never going to work. They weren't expecting that, okay? Yeah, because this got exposed, okay? You don't have a lover. You don't have lovers. That got exposed. So I don't know exactly what's going on here. It kind of looks like someone here tried to make something go through. It wasn't going to go through, all right? It wasn't enough. Maybe there was a judge here that blocked the case, or they blocked the whatever this person was trying to file. I don't know, but the Two Pentacles in reverse, they couldn't balance this out, or it wasn't enough, or they couldn't change someone's mind, or they couldn't keep something going. They had to drop something off with an investment, or maybe some sort of evidence. I don't know. The Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Yeah, there was a decision that was made, or a moment of enlightenment. Somebody saw something from a different perspective here, because there was no fight, or there was no argument, or there wasn't gonna be a fight, or they couldn't fight you on this. They couldn't cause an issue for you on this. Okay. This group of people, Three of Cups. Yeah, now the truth is coming out about this group of people. The truth is coming out about this group. Or someone knows the truth. And this Ten of Pentacles. This big amount of money, this inheritance, this bank account, whatever this is, it's a lot of money, okay? It has to do with a Queen of Cups. Oh yeah, it's like it wasn't gonna work, all right? So whatever they were working on here, whatever they were trying to see some sort of results from, or this investigation that they've been working on, or this case that they've been working on for a long time, it wasn't gonna work. It wasn't perfected. It wasn't mastered. It was sloppy. There was no real work in it. Okay. And it's like, it's not enough, or something like that. Or it's not put together well enough. You know, it's not enough for a judge, basically. That's what that's giving me. Okay, anything else about that? No, they still had to try and figure out how to get out of something. Six of Swords, how to get away with something, how to get out of something. Judgment in reverse. I mean, this could even be like false accusation, okay? Bad judgment, false accusation, bad decisions, bad judgment, or judging you falsely is really what I feel like it is, okay? Based off of something that was given to them. They were stressed out and nervous and worried about the action that they took. Yeah, it's given me false accusation. It's giving me that someone in law accused you of something that you didn't do, and they actually tried to prosecute you on this, on a false accusation, because they didn't do their research, they didn't do their homework, they didn't actually look into it or do any work at all. And then they got nervous, scared, worried that they took action on this, and it was all a false accusation. And if you're someone that's investigating something and you're running a case and you're trying to get someone imprisoned or in front of a judge based off of a false accusation, you did not actually investigate anything at all. And even worse for this person, if it comes out in the end, that they ended up dismissing a bunch of evidence that actually proves the opposite, that you're not guilty, that you didn't do anything, and they just throw all that evidence out. How convenient. Oh yeah, that's a catastrophe for this person's career. That's a scandal right there. Okay. Trying to get away with a false accusation, having you put under some sort of judgment, okay? Knowing full well that what they're doing is wrong, knowing full well you're innocent and still going with it. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that when you work for the justice system, all right? As far as I know anyways. Yeah, the High Priestess in reverse and the Six of Cups. Somebody in the past not listening to their intuition. What's that about? About a Queen of Pentacles. In the past, somebody was not listening to their intuition about a Queen of Pentacles. That there was somebody behind the scenes that wasn't talking, that was silent. All right. Taking some sort of action. Tell me more about this High Priestess reverse. Or what else it could be, the High Priestess in reverse is keeping secrets. It's someone that knows the truth and then they keep secrets, all right? They try to hide it. They try to gatekeep certain information. That is what it could be as well. So it's like someone that knew the truth and they decided to keep the truth a secret because it favored their outcome that they were going for, right? Because you're a corrupt prosecutor. That's why you're corrupt and you shouldn't work there at all or ever again in the field of justice, okay? And this has to do with a great fortune. Yeah, it keeps coming back to that. A great fortune. This person was in despair. And you want to know what it says on this card? Not hiring. Oh yeah, they're going to be in despair when nobody hires them anymore anywhere because they're a corrupt prosecutor. Not hiring. Despair. So that's what this is about. It's about a corrupt prosecutor that knew that when all this stuff actually ends up coming out, nobody's going to hire them ever again. Their entire career just went up in flames because they made one bad choice. I'm not going to say it was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. To follow a false accusation, and then when they knew that it was a false accusation, still running with it, knowing the truth, burying the truth, that's a scandal. That's trying to put away an innocent person. That's a scandal. Even though you know as a prosecutor that someone is innocent. And all of this to cover up some sort of money, great fortune. And not even that, it's to cover up the own mess that they made. Because they abused their title to do this. They filed false evidence. They created a fake case. They're never going to work again, ever, ever, when this comes out. And they know that. That's why they're trying so hard to cover it up. All right, hold on. Yeah, I gotta tell you, this person, they're in like every single reading this week. You wanna know why? I think that is, at least, is because Spirit is pissed. Spirit, consciousness, God, pissed. Okay? So tell me about this group of people with a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, creating an illusion about a Ten of Pentacles here. Oh, you know, just so that they can hold on to the evidence, hold on to the case, right? Because of something being given to someone or receiving something. So they get all the evidence, right? Give everything to me. It all goes in my filing cabinet, right? Yeah, that's this person. They're just out here, unexpected income. It has to do with somebody giving someone money or giving something to someone. 27. Give everything to me. 27. Okay? Yeah. Change. This is how they thought they could change something here with some sort of money that was given to someone or paid to someone. They were expecting something with a message. A male in reverse. They had an expectation here that they would send a message, or they sent out a message or some sort of a command, okay, in order to change something here so that something would be given to them. Yeah. Okay, tell me about that. A Queen of Cups in the reverse and a fight. Saying that there was a fight, an argument here about a Queen of Cups in reverse. There was a huge fight, an argument, a fight, something like that. So this was strategic. Whatever this prosecutor here did with this fight and an inheritance and money, this was strategic. Very strategic. And it was all to hold on to the evidence. It was to hold on to the case. It was to hold on to the money trails, the files, whatever it is. They wanted it in their control, okay? In their office, for their eyes only, basically. So that no one else would investigate this, no one else would look into this, nobody else could see what's going on here, nobody else can get their eyes on it, only them. It just keeps coming out the same thing over and over again, guys. I'm sorry if you get bored, but this person is under so much judgment from the other side. They're pissed. They are pissed. Yeah, because they're pissed. Look who comes out, Temperance. Tower. So look at this, the sun. So this can be your angels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, are pissed at you, Mr. King of Pentacles prosecutor, because you abused your powers of authority for this. And you attacked the collective, and that was the wrong thing to do. Okay, really, that was the wrong thing to do for you. So your ancestors are pissed. The higher realms are pissed. The archangels are pissed. Yeah, everyone is. The archangels are going to bring this lightning down on this person's head. Archangel Michael is coming for you, all right? And so is Metatron. That's the message. This message is from the divine right-hand men of God, right here, right-hand angels of God, I should say, all right? Archangel Michael wants you to know they saw you. Archangel Metatron saw you. And Archangel Gabriel is the one exposing you, King of Pentacles reverse, okay? That's the tower on your head that you're going to get exposed for this. Everything that they try to do to get their own burden off their back. Don't come to them and pray. Do not come with your broken heart and pray. Please help me, God. Please don't. Don't bother. Don't even bother. Because I can tell you who you hurt. You hurt Angel's baby, okay, with this one. Don't even try praying, really. I can tell you that much. Page of Cups, please, baby. Ace of Wands in reverse. It's going to be a missed opportunity for you. No. Yes, look at them. They're scared. They're nervous. They're stressed out. They're worried. They're anxious. They're all up in their head about this missed opportunity. They can't take any action. No, you can't. And you're not getting any help either. So, not from the higher realms anyways. That's for sure. Definitely not. Good Christian boy, right? Okay, so what's the Ace of Pentacles reverse here? The Seven of Wands. They're trying to defend themselves here when it comes to losing something, not having something. I feel like the Ace of Pentacles reverse is some sort of evidence that they don't want to hand over, or they're pretending that they don't have it, or they lost it, or it's gone, or something like that. What's the Ace of Pentacles reverse? They don't want the truth to come out. Look at them. They don't want the truth to come out. So what? They destroyed evidence. They got rid of it. Okay. And this is so that they could try and heal their heart, free themselves from a toxic relationship, healing from heartbreak. They're trying to heal their heartbreak by not letting the truth come out. Okay. They're trying to stitch something back together here. And this has to do with texting, calling, emailing, conversing more with someone new. Okay, so they reached out to someone new. They tried to set a date for something, reached out to someone new, sent someone a message, a conversation. And this is how they didn't want the truth to come out. This is how they tried to stop something and block someone. So who did they reach out to? This is like them calling a separate jurisdiction, reporting a crime that never happened, and then telling that station immediately to send them all of the evidence or all of whatever it is. I don't know what the fuck they said, okay? Pulling something back into their grasp. You know what I mean? That's what it gives me. It's like, oh yes, hello, other jurisdiction. So there's something happening right now in your state. But everything's gonna run through me, and you're gonna send me everything, and I'm in charge of this. So everything goes to me. Because of blah blah blah. Is that what this is? I mean, I don't know, but that's kind of what it gives me. Meeting someone new, conversations, to get someone out of imprisonment, to get someone out of entrapment, a Queen of Swords, because they couldn't put you in jail. Because they couldn't put you in jail. So they had to get into a different jurisdiction, or a different state or a different city, because wherever they were, it wasn't going to work, or what? Or whatever, or no, they just needed a new idea. So, right, so whatever they were trying to frame you with, you were cleared of, okay? They couldn't put you in for this because you were innocent. So then they needed something new, because they couldn't get you on whatever they drummed up the first time, right? because they knew that an Emperor Hierophant was about to take action, or they knew that, or they took some sort of action. This Emperor, this boss, Taurus energy, Taurus, Aries, somebody was going to take some sort of action here. Someone was going to make a choice. And they felt like, well, if we just work together with others, then there's nothing to worry about. They don't have to be worried about something. If everybody works together, then they can get out of their anxiety if they work together with someone else or with others. Okay, what's that about? About a broken family, a family falling apart, right? Eight of Cups in reverse. They just couldn't let it go. They couldn't walk away from something. They had to figure out quickly, how am I going to keep this in my control? How am I going to hold on to this case or this evidence? How am I going to hold on to this evidence? What am I going to do to make sure that I don't have to hand it over to anyone else but me, right? What a mess. All right. So they were getting exposed here for their little collaboration, all right? And they were just planning. It's like this person was just looking. They were just sitting around, stalking you, watching you, spying on you, surveilling you, just waiting for any kind of an opportunity where they could then try and frame you again. I mean, that's really what this gives me. So ridiculous, okay? The King of Swords, because of the King of Swords. And a Queen of Wands in reverse, and someone wanting to investigate something here. Because of somebody looking into something with a Queen of Wands in reverse and a King of Swords. The World, traveling, online, something about the world, something about traveling maybe, or something online. What's that? Or something being closed out or completed, or a case being closed. Okay, maybe a case was being closed, right? So they had to close a case, and they're like, shit. What am I going to do now? Okay, I'll just open up another case. How about that, right? This has to do with some sort of money and a breakup. Sudden wealth and a breakup. Two people not being together. Some sort of money here and a house. Okay, a house. How do these things tie together? The money. Oh, look at that. This official person is like gatekeeping this money, isn't he? He's safeguarding it. He's got it locked away really good. And so when this was a bust here, this breakup situation, I had to close the case on that. They're like, well, why don't we just say something about a house and then we can hold on to the case. We just need to open up a new investigation with more bogus charges and voila. What happened to this case? Did they make it disappear too? Huh? I'd love to see how many cases this person has tried opening on you and then closing them again when you realize it wasn't going to work. How many are there? Huh? I can count at least 3. All right. What the hell? All right. Anything else here? The Knight of Wands in reverse and the Six of Pentacles. This person, they did something impulsive. They did something impulsive, maybe out of anger, okay? It was forceful, or it was something about coming in hot, coming in quickly, okay? And it has to do with giving something to someone or receiving something from someone, all right? In the past, they did something impulsively in the past with something that was given to them, okay? When they still couldn't see something clearly about a Queen of Pentacles. So this person did something very impulsively because they couldn't see anything clearly. That's why it's important not to be impulsive, right? Yeah, same thing with these messages. A message about money, a lot of money, a message about someone's business or someone's career, okay? A payment. Because of a payment, okay? Somebody getting paid a lot of money here. And that's why they're getting bad karma now, bad fortune, bad luck, bottom of the wheel. Okay, they messed up their fate with this one here. A King of Wands in reverse. A bad strategy, all right? Somebody didn't plan far ahead. This was a bad strategy. Yeah, somebody was impulsive. They didn't think something through. They didn't plan something out logically or practically, or they didn't strategize. They didn't think long term. They didn't go at something slowly. They took impulsive, hot-headed, angry action quickly. The Four of Cups, because they rejected something. They didn't want something to happen. Yeah, and this has to do with a family situation, the Three of Wands in reverse. Not being able to see the future, not being able to see what comes next. And this has to do with a family. It has to do with a King of Swords. Could be their family member. Again, someone that they're trying to protect. Okay. Or this family member, this King of Swords or whatever this is the reason why maybe you in the collective were told not to act impulsively. Okay? Don't do anything impulsively. Just wait. Let something unfold. You know, don't go at something here without a level head. Don't forget about your logical thinking, because this person did all of this just to cover something else up and keep something going. All right? Keep something in their control. Yeah, they did something super foolish, risky. They jumped the GUN. They didn't think about this. They just jumped straight into it. They took a risk, and now they're burdened by this. Now they're burdened by this risk that they took because they didn't think about something before they did it. They just jumped straight into it. Okay? And I feel like this is their fault. Like they're going to feel this mistake that they made. Okay? So why is that coming out now? Why is that coming out now? This reminder about, you know, doing things impulsively, because now someone is stuck. Because now they're stuck in a really bad situation. Queen of Wands. Now they're stuck uncomfortably, or they can't get their way out of this. There's no way out of this, or has to do with taking action, okay? Being impulsive with something. High Priestess. Listening to your intuition about taking action. Yeah, it has something to do with listening to your intuition about taking action, or when is the right time. Okay? Something about you feeling something about this person wanting to take this action. I feel like this was like a hidden lesson for you or for someone else in this situation, where someone did something impulsively and they wanted you to do it too. Or they wanted you to also act as impulsively as them. They did, you didn't. And now you see why. This person was like, they were resentful towards you, or they felt rejected or something like that because they wanted you to take action and you didn't. But that was the blessing for you that you didn't take action, because now you're going to see why they did this. If you had jumped into this with them, you would have gone down on their ship with them. But I feel like you listened to your intuition about this instead. And your intuition wasn't telling you what this person was planning or what they wanted you to do or why they wanted you to do it. Your intuition was probably just telling you to not act. It's not the right time. Or not do this. Or not, it's just kind of like this, like, I don't know, I don't feel like this is right. And thank God you listened to that. Because this was just a setup. Really. Yeah, you listened to your angels. Your intuition was not your gut feeling on that day. It was your angels. It was your ancestors protecting you. There was a ghost, an invisible being. Archangel Michael was standing next to you on that day. When this person came to you and said, you need to do this right now, you need to act, you need to do this. And you said, I just feel like I shouldn't do that. That wasn't your gut feeling. That was Archangel Michael touching your soul, telling you, don't do this. It was. I swear it was. Look at the way that came out. Yeah, this message, this communication, okay, that was a message straight from God. I swear it was. That intuitive feeling you got. Page of Cups. Because they were lying. They were lying to you. They lied. Look what comes out again. I can't even believe this. This is an angel. Now, collective, this doesn't have to be for you. This could be a separate person that was touched by God or touched by Archangel Michael, or touched by their ancestor, or touched by an angel on a day where someone came up to them with lies and wanted them to take action on something, and this person didn't, or you didn't. And that's why you're saved? I don't know. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like whoever this person is that did not take action when someone else wanted them to do something, this person is now under the protection of Archangel Michael. If that's you or whoever it is, someone here is under the protection of the divine for doing that. The Six of Wands in reverse. Because of somebody coming towards them, wanting their help with a fight, wanting help with an argument, with a fight. No, they wanted an arrest. Isn't that what it is? This person, this prosecutor, came up to you or someone here or someone and wanted an arrest. I feel like that's what it is. They wanted you in the collective, they wanted you arrested. And someone here said no. And for that, Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel and all the angels of the higher realms and all of the spirit guides and the ancestors are putting this person also under their wing. It's going back to that song, Millstone, of, who do you serve? What master do you serve? That's what this feels like. It's like someone asked this person to execute something. It feels like an arrest, I gotta be honest. So this person, whoever was asked to take this action here, it's almost like they were asked in that moment by God or by the divine, what master do you serve? Because your intuition or their intuition was not telling them to do this. Their intuition was telling them, don't do this. But this corrupt prosecutor here, or whoever that is, this corrupt person here, they wanted to be the master. That's what it feels like. So someone here had to choose who's your master, this earthly corrupt person or God. Are you going to serve someone here on this earth just to make someone else proud, or just because they're your friend? Or are you going to do what's right, like what's actually right, the right thing to do? I feel like someone listened. I don't know. This card is giving me an arrest. This card is giving me like a raid. Like, I need you to go and raid this person. I need you to go to arrest this person. That's what this is giving me. The Three of Cups. Yeah, a group of people. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Someone jealous, resentful. I don't know what that is. Rejection. Five of Pentacles in reverse. This has to do with a group of people and them saying that you feel rejected, or you're not getting something that you want, and you want to come out of poverty or something like that. The Queen of Swords. Exactly. Yeah, something about not having money, being financially unstable, not having some sort of independence, and like being childish, being emotionally immature, being ungrateful for not getting what you want. Yeah, something like that. The Star. The Six of Wands. Yeah, this is how they thought they would get victory and success. By saying something about being in poverty, being stressed out, worried, anxious, nervous, scared, about being left out in the cold, being in debt, being nervous about debt or something like that. The Eight of Wands. Judgment. Yeah, something about losing family and losing a job. Losing family ties, losing a job, or this didn't work. Something about not working, losing a family, being disconnected from family. What's that about? Despair. Yeah, somebody in despair. This wealthy man was a false person. Yeah, this person was a false person. They lied about somebody being in despair, about not having a job, not working, being broke, not having money, not having family. This main male. And a mature woman, or they lied about a mature woman. And money. And someone not having a job. Not having a job, losing a job, not having money. A mature man in the reverse. And somebody losing family, or not being a part of the family, getting kicked out of the family. Yeah, not getting a part of something. Yeah, it was just a whole illusion. I feel like that's the moral of the story here. Okay. All right, so let's see. Anything else we need to know before I close this one out today? The World, completion. This is completed now. This has to do with somebody trying to defend their control, or somebody needing protection because of someone being angry, someone being obsessive, controlling, jealous, wrathful, greedy, someone needing protection. The King of Wands. The King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Someone here, listen to their intuition. Someone listen to their intuition. Yeah. About bad news or something not being communicated or not being a message or not being real, or now something is exposed that you didn't send these messages or somebody didn't receive these messages, or that's not who said this, or there's something weird about who communicated this, or where's the information coming from? Where are you getting this information from? Right? A relation, it's the same thing, the same playbook. The same thing that they did with the relationship lie and the breakup lie is the same thing that they did with this setup here. Yeah, and now you see the truth. Now you see the truth about this person. King of Pentacles. And a Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, and how all of this is from a Queen of Pentacles that is just switching things around. All their information is not from this person, that person, this person. It's all from one source. One source. A Queen of Pentacles in the background switching things around that never happened. Making it look like something it's not. Okay. So they're exposed now. All right. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time.